The introductory workshop for early days is really about giving parents an introduction to what autism is. So it's a really good workshop for parents if they've just received a diagnosis of autism for their child, or they might still be going through the assessment and diagnosis process. So it's a really good first workshop, I think, to help parents get their head around what is autism, what is this going to mean for my child and my family, and what do I do about it? What can I do to support my child? In the workshop, we really tried to cover 4 different topics. The first topic is what is an autism spectrum disorder? So we talk about the causes of autism. We also talk about the areas of development that autism can impact on, and we talk about what parents might expect in terms of their child's development. The second topic that we talk about is how parents can make a difference, because what parents do makes a big difference to their child's development. So it's giving mothers and fathers some really sort of easy strategies that they can use at home and use to build up their child's skills at home. The third part of that workshop is looking at services and supports for families. A lot of families will say that finding their way through the services that are available is one of the trickiest things once your child has been diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder. So we try to assist parents in understanding how the early intervention sector works and how they can find the services and supports that they need. And then the very last part of the workshop is talking about interventions and therapies and guiding parents through how they might go about making decisions for what other interventions or therapies their child might need. Autism is one of the areas, I guess, that attracts a lot of attention. There are a lot of myths about what might cause autism, a lot of myths around cures and things like that. So what we try and do is use sound, reliable evidence that parents and families can trust. So all of the information that is presented is based on current best practice for what we know about supporting children with autism and what the research evidence tells us. All of our workshops are reviewed by independent experts in the field, so at least 3 other people besides us have read the workshops and agree that this is in line with best practice and the latest evidence. Parents can be reassured that the information that they're getting through workshops is reliable, it's sound, trustworthy, and it is based on what we know right now about supporting children with autism. The main thing that parents tell us they get out of the workshop is the opportunity to talk to other parents. For a lot of families, they may not know anybody else who has a child with autism. They may not know anybody else raising a child with autism. So for the parents who have come along to workshops so far, one of the big things that they talk about getting out of the workshop is just the chance to talk to other families who are in the same boat, I guess. Having that chance to share ideas and experiences and talk to each other about some of the joys and some of the challenges that go along with raising any child. But also what we know about people who do come along to the workshop is that they leave having a better understanding of what autism is, some of the causes and some of the things that they can do to support their child. So I think for many parents, knowing that they can go away and follow up with some strategies and some ideas and services is one of the big benefits of the workshop. And I guess having that information really soon after diagnosis or while you're still going through assessment and diagnosis is a big advantage, because we know that the earlier you can get in to support kids' development, the better outcomes there will be later on. Since February 2009, we've had about 2,500 parents, mothers, fathers and other family carers attend the introductory workshop, and the feedback's been really positive. Parents definitely come out of the workshop knowing more about autism, knowing more about where they can get services and support, and are really happy with the workshops that they've received. People have found the facilitators do a great job, and having that opportunity to talk to other families is really one of the strongest pieces of feedback that we have from the workshops.